Hi, this is Amrita Sukumar, and I'm bringing to you this podcast called Unsettling. Look around you. Everyone is trying to create their own story. Make a tiny change in someone's life by just following their passion and in turn, inspiring the others to follow suit. This podcast brings to you stories of people who have defied the definition of settled set by the society and have created their own. They have found happiness in their version of settled. What is yours? Someone once said, when it comes to self-defense, it is better to have the power and not need it than to need it and not have it. Today, I have with me someone who has started her journey of learning self-defense when she was in 4th standard and has also been to the Asian Karate Championship. She has also learned various other sports, which we will be talking about over the course of this episode. Without further ado, let me welcome today's guest, Srushti More. Hi, Srushti. How are you?
Hi, Amrita Di. I'm fine. How are you?
I'm good too. कैसे चल रहा है? How is the lockdown treating you? What have you been doing?
Lockdown is okay, I guess. Currently, I'm just resting because I wasn't well, and I'm taking online classes in the evening.
Oh,
Not
wow.
anything else that I do. Yeah.
So you have been keeping yourself busy and you've been taking care of yourself. So that's good. I'm
Yes.
you're doing that.
Yeah.
So Srushti, can you tell the listeners how did you develop your interest in learning karate at such a young age?
Yes. The reason for me joining karate was my mom. I was studying in CMS English Medium High School. So when I was in 4th standard, my mom wanted me to join the karate classes, which were held in school itself after the school gets over. So that's how I started learning karate, and it was also close from my house. So I used to come and go alone. So that was one more reason that my mom was like, yes, you can go and do the classes on your own. So that's how I started learning karate.
So how many years have you trained now?
Yes. I completed my black belt when I was in 7th standard. So generally, for completing your black belt, 3 to 4 years are more than enough if you are in regular practice and you are appearing for the belt exams at regular intervals. That is 3 or 4 months. After a 3 or 4 months gap, there are belt exams. So if you're regular and you're attempting for the belt exams, you can complete a black belt in 3 or 4 years. So I completed when I was in 7th standard. But even after that, I did not stop going for my classes. I was still training, and I'm still training now. And I'm I'm participating in different tournaments as well, and conducting seminars. So it's almost a 12-year journey that I'm learning karate.
So that's so wonderful. Huh? You found what you wanted to do when you were really young. Srushti, which other sports have you pursued?
When I was in my 6th standard, my sports teacher, Miss Sujata, had introduced me to handball and basketball. So she used to take coaching classes in the school itself. So I first joined basketball coaching, and after that, I even went to handball coaching because it was one after the other. So over a period of time, I started liking handball more than basketball, and our school team even had participated in the school games which are held by the government. So we had one at the ZP level, then at the zonal level, and whole of our team was selected for the state level. So at we the states, but I was selected for the national level. So that's how I have learned handball and basketball, and I have also participated in throwball. And all this is because my sports teacher thought that I will be able to play all of these sports.
Well, you've also been to Asian Karate Championship,
Yeah.
now National Handball Games. So how was the Asian Karate Championship? What were the criteria for selection and how was the experience?
Yeah. So every sport has its own governing body through which players are selected for international tournaments or even Asian Games and Olympic Games. This governing body is affiliated with Indian Olympic Association. Yeah. So
Mhm. Okay.
for karate, it was Karate Association of India. So they host
Mhm.
proper selections every year for selecting
Mhm.
players for the international tournaments. So
Okay.
the state body of Karate Association of India, that is
Mhm.
KMSA, it holds a selection at state level, and then the
Mhm.
criteria is that you have to win the gold medal itself. If you're not
Oh.
winning gold, then you're not selected for the next level. So after
Okay.
getting gold at the state level, you're then selected for
Mhm.
the national level. And in the national level, if you again win a gold, then you're able to play all the international tournaments in that particular year. So that
Okay.
is how the selection for these championships are made. And
Uh-huh.
when so it was my first international experience. Um,
Right.
I was very afraid to tell about it because, yeah, I had never actually imagined that I could even reach that level. So,
Right.
yeah, after winning gold at the national, I had just started crying at that moment because it was just
Wow.
unbelievable for me to digest the
Uh-huh.
fact that I won gold. And the Asian Championship was in Japan. So I
Okay.
had started my training and all. And then when we actually reached the stadium, seeing all the other
Mhm.
players, I was very, very, very nervous because I even didn't have my coach with me. I was with the entire
Mm.
team selected, and all the teammates were new. I wasn't familiar with them as I was seeing them for the
Mhm.
first time, and even they were seeing me for the first time.
Mhm.
So, yeah, I was you feel that kind of burden that you're going to represent India at an international level, and you have to be good while playing,
Yeah.
right? So when my
Uh-huh.
bout was announced,
Yes.
it was with Iran. So it
Uh,
was with Iran, and Iran is a country which
mhm.
is quite what you can say. Many of the Iranian players win gold mostly. So out of the bout, I was a bit
Okay.
nervous
Okay.
and scared, but I don't know what happened when I actually
Uh,
started playing. When my bout started, it was 3 minutes bout. It's a three
uh,
minute bout. So when the bout started, I was not
okay.
scared. I was not overconfident, or even I was not confident. Like I say, I don't exactly. I'm not able to exactly put words to that feeling. But I was just playing. Huh? I was just
Mhm.
playing, and I was focusing to take the
Right.
point. And I don't
Uh-huh.
know how I scored the first point. So when you score the first point, it's
Mhm.
like I was very happy, and that time I actually started feeling confident that yes, I can perform good or I can win this match. But then later, I made some mistakes.
Right.
Now that is technical, so maybe I won't
Mhm.
be able to explain it to you properly. But yeah,
Okay.
so due
Okay.
to some
Okay.
mistakes, then I lost. It was, but that
So,
experience was actually
okay.
very, what I can say, motivating. And because,
Out of this world
yeah,
something.
yeah,
Yeah. Okay.
and I actually started thinking that maybe if I wasn't scared out of the bout, or I wasn't afraid, or I wasn't nervous outside the bout, maybe I would have performed a bit better
Uh-huh.
in the bout itself. So that's how
Mhm.
I have started feeling that international tournaments are not that different. All the players are just like you just have to
Hmm.
believe in yourself. And
Right.
now that after the Asian Championship,
That's
I feel quite burdened to carry that
hmm.
thing that you are an international player. And yeah,
Mantle
and you have
forward.
to
Yeah.
maintain that
Yes.
what you can say, performance or status. So that is quite um, that is quite a thing that gives you tension or gives you stress. But yeah, now I'm able to manage it properly, I guess.
Yeah. And plus, you've done it at
Yeah,
such a young age, which
yeah. I
is
was
commendable.
17 years that time.
So, I just had a follow. You
Yeah,
were 17
yeah,
years old. Oh my God. I can
yeah,
imagine the nervousness. And I think now you must have some better coping
yeah.
mechanism to
Right.
the nervousness. Now
Yes.
will do. No problem. Next time, I think you'll
Yes.
teach them. Well, I have a few more questions. So when you went to Asian Karate Championship and you said that there were certain criteria of
Yeah.
selection, did you apply it from outside the school? There was a particular form
No,
that you had to
it's
fill?
not a particular form. It's the association through which I played in the selections. So this all the associations, मतलब हिंदी में
How do they recruit you? The associations,
you
how
have
do
to
they
be a
recruit
part.
you? Do you
You
have
have
to
to
go and
join it.
showcase your
मतलब
talent?
whichever
Acha.
classes you join, that should be
Uh-huh.
affiliated to this association. So whenever you're joining a particular
Okay.
karate class or maybe any other class, you should actually take all the information that
Mhm.
whether it is affiliated to the um, governing body of that particular sport. Only then will you be able to get a
Okay.
proper platform to showcase your talent.
Mhm.
Yeah. So I am
Oh,
a
okay, okay.
player from the World Traditional Shotokan Karate Federation, and this federation is affiliated to
Acha.
the state body, that is KMSA, as well as KAI, Karate Association of India. So that's the reason I'm able to participate in it.
Oh. Ah, I
Yeah,
didn't know this, huh? This is
yeah, and
news. Thank you. Thank you for this
very good
information.
that you actually asked this question, because many classes that I have seen are not affiliated, and they
Mhm.
are not affiliated, or they just fool people around them that they are teaching karate when
Mhm.
actually they are not teaching karate, and they mix all kind of sports, and they misguide the students in a very improper way. And when these students play in the school games or university games which
Mm,
are held by the government, and for participating in
mm,
those, you matlab you directly participate from the school or the college in which you are studying.
mm,
So that time all these players come
mm.
and play over there, and then you can see matlab how much misguided these players actually are, what the actual sport is, and what they have actually been taught. So that time I guess, yeah,
Right,
so
right, right,
it's the
right.
responsibility of every parent and every player, um, that they should actually
Mm.
verify all these facts,
To
yeah,
make
and
sure.
then join any particular class.
Yeah, yeah, definitely. I hope after listening to this episode, people know which criteria they
Yeah.
have to look forward to before they
Yes.
join a karate class, so that they are not misled or
Yeah.
misguided in any way. So, well, since karate is one of your favorite sports, which is your favorite move in karate? Do you
Yeah.
have a favorite move?
um right from fourth standard, the first thing that I learned in karate was a punch, and it is very
Huh,
easy. That even if
okay.
you will do it now, it
Uh-huh.
is very easy for anyone to do. So what I learned first was a punch
Okay.
and backhand punch, which is called gakuzuki in Japanese. So that is my favorite
Mm-hmm.
technique, and now recently I have developed interest in another technique, that is shizamizuki, which is a front hand punch. And yeah, these two are my most
Mm-hmm.
favorite techniques, and because of these techniques I guess I have won a lot of fights, and they have helped me a lot.
Okay. I'm going to stay away from your hands
Well, I
for
won't
sure.
I won't do anything to you.
Since it's been something offbeat that you've been doing sports. So how have you been supported by your family, your friends,
Yeah.
your relatives, or your teachers? Who all have you supported
Yeah.
in this journey?
First of all, my mom. She has been a constant support, and she is the reason that I have been able to actually participate and pursue all these different kinds of hobbies that I have. And if it wasn't for her, maybe
Mm-hmm.
I wouldn't have achieved whatever little I have till now. So, firstly, I would like to thank my mom and my family, of course. Secondly, my school teachers. School is a very important part in my life, because all of this started
Mm-hmm.
in the school itself, and it all started just because my teachers motivated me, and the school had supported me so much. I mean, they whenever I used to go to the tournaments, or even I was outside for the tournaments for maybe 10 or 15 days. So I used to miss a lot of my syllabus. So my teachers have helped me so much in covering that again, and the constant motivation that they gave me, that we know that you will be able to study and participate and win both simultaneously as well. So yeah, yeah, and whatever my ideology and thinking is because of my teachers, because they were more like parents to me, and that is the reason that I am what I am today. And secondly, all the uncles and aunties in my school as well. Whenever I used to show them my
Mhm.
trophies and my medals after winning any tournament, I used to always take
Mhm.
their blessings by touching their feet, right? So they used to always, give me a
Mhm.
kiss and show their love. And it is something really different, and you feel so blessed and happy at that moment when so many people who are actually not your family by blood, but they yeah
Yeah.
they show that you mean so much to them and they are always with you. So yeah, my school and my school teachers. Then after that, third, my school friends,
Uh-huh.
they have always supported me
Mhm.
in every part of my life. Matlab, I even don't have to ask for it, and they will already be there. That yes, we are there now. Come on, let's do it.
Mhm.
One incident I'll tell you, when I had to ask for sponsorship because all our expenses are
Mhm.
as lined up. My mom is the only one who takes care of all my expenses. So, and even her own expenses.
Uh-huh.
So we
That's
couldn't afford on our own the expenses, and it wasn't a small amount.
right.
It was around 3 lakhs. So we had to
Yeah.
pay this amount, otherwise I wouldn't have been able to participate in the Asian Championship. So that time my friends,
Mhm.
they searched for the sponsors so vigorously, and they were the ones who came forward to help themselves as well. So I was literally shocked and overwhelmed that I have such kind of friends in my life who care for me and who are there to support me when I actually need them the most. So my school friends
So
especially,
sweet.
and then my junior college friends have been
Mhm.
a very big support to me in my life. My karate teammates who have been practicing with me and always helped me. Yeah, and they have always motivated me even if I lose or I win, and they have always challenged me that I should do more. So yeah, they are the reason they have supported me throughout my journey till now. So yeah, these are all the
Wow.
people without whom maybe I will still not be able to continue my passion for karate. So I would like to thank them all.
Um,
Yeah,
so sweet. I'm so glad that you have such a strong
yeah,
backing with
yeah,
you and because of who you are
yes,
today. Well, I would like to ask you, did you have a role model in this field when you
yeah.
started,
Uh,
or do you have one
Not
now?
when I started, because till 10th I didn't have a phone, and internet was not that
Mm,
familiar to me. We used to go to cyber
right.
cafes and then watch videos or surf about the game. So at that time, only whatever our teacher or our sir told us. So it was just limited to that. But
Mm,
once I got my Android phone in 11th standard, after that I used to frequently
mm,
watch YouTube videos of the Costa Steven. He is a Kumite player, and he plays in men's minus 67 kg. He is from the country France, and
uh-huh.
he has won gold at the World Karate Championships, and he is even scheduled to represent France in the coming Olympics. Yeah, so he is my role model, and he is just awesome, and he plays just so effortlessly, and his techniques are so speedy, and very effortlessly he does all his footwork or his game, and he is whom I look upon for in karate.
I hope that you also reach that level soon and we see you in Olympics as well someday. I am keeping my fingers crossed.
Okay. So there's a weight criteria as well, huh?
Yeah.
So what is the weight range? What is the criteria, if you can
For
mention?
weight, it's generally a difference of 5 kgs in girls, and in boys also it's
Okay.
the same. Yeah.
Okay, it's the
weight
same.
category.
Acha.
Age
Okay.
plus you have the weight
So 5
category.
kgs up and down, I can fight that
Yeah,
person.
yeah, yeah.
If I'm ever planning
Yeah,
to.
you should actually. I'll
I
be
think
happy if you start karate.
myself people are not scared of me enough. I should start karate
Yeah.
as well. Thank you. Well, Srushti, do you train as well? And if you do, which sports do you train people
Yeah.
in?
Uh,
What is the age
yes.
group?
I train
Mhm.
students. I take classes in Chikli, and for is the age
Okay.
criteria for joining the karate class is 3 plus. I have kept it 3 plus because what happened
Wow.
was for at the beginning when I
Mhm.
had just started the classes, so I had kept the age criteria as
Mhm.
4 plus. So basically, after
Mhm.
the age of 4, the students are able to at least understand what I am talking to them. But then some of the
Right.
students who had joined, they had their younger siblings, so even they used to come to the class, and I take classes in an open ground. So the students who are
Okay.
so these children or their siblings who are sitting aside in a corner of the ground or whatever, they used to train just by seeing.
Mhm.
I mean, they used to do it themselves just by seeing the moves what their brother and
Okay.
sisters are doing. So the parents started to request me that
Mhm.
can um, even my other child join. So I was like, okay, we can see if
Mhm.
they are even able to, just see and do it, not understanding what they're doing, but if
Mhm.
they are just, mimicking what I'm doing.
Able to
Yeah,
mimic.
yeah. So that would be great. And then the students themselves had interest because they themselves were taking interest in doing it. So then I said yes. So I even have
Mhm.
students who are 3 years and 2.5 years of age training with me, 2 or 3. And
Mhm.
there is no age barrier, as in 2.5 years plus. At any age, you can pursue and join karate.
Can I learn martial arts? Is it possible to learn it at any age?
Yes, you just have to start it properly. You have to, step by step try to improve yourself, and you have to first of all overcome your physical barriers, because if your body is not trained, or if your body hasn't done any sort of exercises or is not into exercising regularly, so
Hmm.
at the beginning you will feel you will face some difficulties, you will have some pain, but gradually and slowly when you will continue to practice and exercise, then you will be able to improve, and you can start it at any age. There is no such age limit that after this age you cannot learn karate or
Okay.
any form of martial arts. Yeah.
Basically, dimag ka khel hai pura. It's all in the
Yes,
head.
yes.
If people are able to clear the head, then they can do whatever they want. Okay. Then once this
Yeah.
everything opens up, I will also come and join. I'll try this.
How do you teach them
Yeah.
that martial arts are supposed to be used for defense and not to attack anybody?
Yeah. Whenever I get a new admission, or
Hmm.
for that matter, at regular intervals in the class, I, tell them how karate was developed, and all about karate and when it should be used, at what situations, and only then you should use karate. So I have this theory lectures as well in my class,
Hmm.
and I have even got the complaints regarding the students from their parents sometimes, that students try to flaunt their karate skills or get into a fight because just because they know karate and they want to show.
Hmm.
So I have made sure that I punish them or make them understand through punishment that the right platform or the right place to showcase your karate skills and techniques is in a tournament, or rather with a person who is, trying to threaten you or is
Right.
trying to harm you. Only then, yeah. And the punishment that I give them is that I'll send them directly to the home. The students generally live, just closer to the ground that we practice in. So they come by their own only, most of the students. So I just send them back to their home, and just because of this punishment, they do not, they keep that in mind and they do not forget, and it hurts them, right? Because
Right.
and that is what is needed if students are just using karate outside to harm someone and not save themselves. So this is how I make sure. Yeah.
I am sure that they must be learning a lot from you and not boasting about their prowess, rather being a little more humble. That is what I feel. The martial arts teaches
Yeah.
to be more human, humble,
Yeah.
back to your roots and
Yeah.
understand how to.
It's like with powers you have responsibilities.
Yes,
With
yes.
powers come responsibilities.
Spider-Man,
Yeah.
right? With great power comes great.
Yeah, right.
So, well, Srushti, what is the toughest thing you had to face in your career till date?
Yeah. When I had won gold at the nationals in my 12th standard, and I was selected for the Asian Championship, I had to look for sponsorship because the expenses of the tournament were 3 lakh, about 3 lakh. So it wasn't possible for me and my mother to, gather this amount, or we didn't have that much savings because we already had our expenses lined up, and we were unaware that such big amount we would have to spend such big amount for participating in the tournament. So we
Mm-hmm.
weren't ready, and we had to look for sponsorship. So that time I had been to many of the politicians, MLAs or MPs for that matter, in the ones whom I was familiar with, but I didn't get any help. ऐसे हो गया कि मैं बस चक्कर काटती रह गई from their office to home, from their office to home, but I didn't get any financial help, and I just got in return was false promises. Just two politicians helped me, and I received rupees 30,000 help from them. And the this was a very difficult time for me, because if 3 lakh rupees were not gathered, I wouldn't have been able to participate in the tournament, in the Asian Championship. So we decided to approach the PCMC Municipal Corporation. So because there is a fund for the students who are selected for Asian Championships, and the Asian Championships which are affiliated, as I said previously,
Right. Yes.
right? So I came to know that due to affiliation issues, means the MOA didn't had karate included in the list due to the affiliation issues, and so I wasn't able to get the
Oh.
fund. So yeah, then I was into so much of trouble that now what? So because of my friend's idea, I decided to start a fundraiser on Mila.org, and from there about 8 to 10,000 rupees were gathered from the fundraiser. And then when my friends came to know, when I posted about this on social media, so then many of my friends came forward. They talked to people who could actually help me, and those people also came forward, and they were like, "You just go and perform. Baki all we will take care." So I received sponsorship from SKF through their CSR fund, and they this SK, while giving sponsorship, these companies or corporate houses, while giving sponsorship, before giving, they actually check whether you are actually in need of sponsorship. Like they did ask my mother's salary slip and the monthly income that we had. So
Mm.
from that they decide whether the person is really needy of sponsorship of that CSR fund.
Mm.
So yeah, then that is how I got the escape sponsorship. And from many of my friends, and even a CA from BVG group, even he came forward, and when he actually kind of challenged me, that he said that you have to return this money, but the money should not be your mom's money, it should be your self earned money. And
Mhm.
I kept that in mind, and I made sure that after 1 year, when I started my classes, I returned that amount to him, and also some of my other friends who had helped me. I
Perfect.
slowly returned them all the amount that they had helped me, and I'm proud of myself for this. Yeah.
I'm proud of you as
So I feel,
yeah.
I feel this was one of the toughest things, because when you dream big, financial problems are definitely going to arise, and you should be financially prepared also. And secondly, your game is
Hmm.
your game, that there should be, you should always try to bring a change in your game, because your competitor or opponent is always observing you, and he can use it against you. So bringing that constant change in your in your game, and bringing that change is one of the toughest thing I can say in my karate career till now.
Oh my God. So being financially independent is one thing that is important, and two, keep on practicing. As
Yeah.
she has said, hopefully people who are planning to learn martial arts can gain this knowledge and keep this in mind. So Srushti,
Yeah.
you're still in college. How are you balancing karate and college at the same time right now?
Um, for studies, I can say I've always been regular to my college lectures,
Hmm.
and I've been attentive in the lectures, and the teachers in my college teach just so nice that I understand everything, and I actually don't need to look anywhere else for understanding my syllabus. And I kind of study smart and not hard, I can say. I don't spend a lot of time studying, but whenever I study, I make sure that I focus and concentrate on it completely, and try to understand the things better. And my mom has, since my childhood, my mom has always told me this thing, that you have to be good in studies also, because learning and your sport is what is going to make you a complete, or a balanced, or is going to actually make your personality more good, or like that. So I
Yes.
have always concentrated on studies. I have not neglected it or given any reasons that because of karate I wasn't able to study. And I've studied like that. And in my 10th standard, I had scored 94.8, and I didn't take a gap in my karate or sports for that matter. And in my 12th board also, I had scored about 88% in my boards. And I didn't take gap, and I was playing tournaments also. My karate Kai National was
Hmm.
in February month when I was in my 12th standard, and I had my boards at February ending. So, there were only 20 days, but after coming from the matches, I got back to studies, and I was able to score well. Yeah.
So you have been able to balance both.
Yes.
Yeah, great. So, well, if
Yes.
anybody wants, so it's possible to do both as
Right.
long as you are dedicated and equally patient and
Yeah.
put
Yeah.
in an
Right.
effort, you'll be able to reach where you want to be. Shrishti, so now you have learned to defend yourself. You've been practicing karate for the past 12 years. Has it ever happened to you that you had to defend yourself in the real world?
Not that I have defended directly
Hmm.
using any karate techniques, or for that matter, but karate was the reason that influenced my decisions, or karate was the reason because of which I took certain steps.
Hmm.
So the thing was that I was in my 10th standard, and I had joined dance classes, me and my one of my friends, to
Hmm.
learn hip hop, because we were actually practicing a choreography to perform on the Teachers' Day.
Hmm.
So my dance teacher actually proposed me, and he was much elder to me. There was a huge age gap. I can say 15 years or 12 years age gap between us, but he still proposed me. I don't know how this even came to his mind. I rejected it. I just said no.
Hmm.
So this ended there, and I blocked his number or everything. And then in 11th standard, I came on all the social media apps. So this man hadn't forgotten me, I can say, and he texted me on Facebook. He found me there, and he started texting me there. So I
Hmm.
blocked him. And then when I told my mother about this, so even she threatened him. She told him that I can go to the police, and it will not be good for you. So just remove this topic from your head, and just don't uh, try to contact us in any way.
Hmm.
So yeah, and this ended in the 11th standard. In 12th standard, this guy found me on Instagram also. So he started texting me there, and I literally blocked about 14 to 15 of his accounts, and I was just fed up now. This 14 to 15 accounts in 12th, and in first year also, I got messages from some accounts. So I was just completely fed up. Now, what happened when I was in my first year was that I actually had taken my dog for a walk nearby my house. So this man happened to pass from there, and he saw me and he realized that it was me, and so he started roaming there continuously. So now, mm, my anger had crossed all its limit, and I was out of control, and I texted him that I should not see you again in this area.
Mhm.
And he said that no, I want to talk to you, I still love you. And he started speaking all nonsense again, and I threatened him that if you don't stop all this, I'll make sure that I'll call my friends, and I'll they will beat you. And he's like, I'm ready to get all the beating you give me because I love you. And
Really?
then I even said that I'll file a complaint against you, talking legally about it. So I feel he took it very lightly. He took my statement way too lightly, and he thought that I wouldn't actually take any such step, because most of the girls, fear to take any legal action like this against boys who are just, texting or troubling
Right.
them or roaming around them for that matter. Yeah, because they think about the consequences, they think about what society will think, what will happen. They will you yourself will be given some like you're characterless or something like that,
Right.
or any other reason for that matter.
Mm.
So many girls fear to approach the police or take any legal action. So he must have thought in the same way.
Mm.
But that night went, and the next day in the morning, I didn't inform anyone in my house. I didn't even talk to my mom. I didn't even talk to any of my friends, and I just rushed to the police station, and I met the constable there, and I was 18. I had just completed my 18 years of age. So I
Mm.
told him what all had happened. So I had just completed my 18. So he was like, you have to bring any adult with you,
Mm.
because we need some guardian or someone on whose authority we would file a complaint against this boy. So I told them that I couldn't actually involve my mom right now. She would just tell me to come back, or she would get kind of stressed or freaked out, we
Mm.
can say. So the police actually understood my situation and helped me in that also, and they told that okay, we'll look for this man, but you just inform at your home. So I said
Mm.
okay, and I came home and I informed my mom about 3 or 4 hours after all this had happened. Yeah. So then the police found him and brought him into the police station. So I was called and I went there. So the police had already threatened him and told him that you should not try to contact her again. And they had already beaten him very little. And then when I went there, they even asked me that whether I want to, hit him. And I said definitely I want to hit him, because 10th, 11th, 12th, first year, second year. So it was 5 years that this man was troubling me despite me saying no. And then even I hit him 5 times, and then the police launched an online FIR against this man. And
Mm.
they didn't display my name because it was my choice. They asked you whether you want your name to be, included or be mentioned in the complaint. So it
Right.
was my choice, and I decided not to.
Mhm.
So they gave him warning, and the police even made sure after 2 or 3 days they gave me a call and asked me whether there is any
So
problem.
sweet.
Is he approaching you again? I said
Mm.
no. And yeah, the police officers were very helpful and kind, I can say. And I feel that all girls should actually reach out when situations like this occur, and should not wait for something to happen to them.
So, Shrishti, what is the message you would like to give someone who wants to learn any form of martial arts?
Yeah. I think self-defense has become one of the most important things that you should learn in today's world, because it has become the need of the hour, we can say. And
Hmm.
you can go or you can be into unexpected situations, and you wouldn't, if you have no knowledge about how you should react to it, then maybe you will find yourself in trouble. So, learning self defense is going to help you prepare for situations like this mentally and physically as well. And it's self defense, gives you a sort of confidence and develops your personality as well overall. So I feel that every child or every um, human being, you can say every human being should actually learn self defense, and may it be any form of martial arts. You can learn kung fu, karate, taekwondo, kickboxing, where you are actually taught how to protect yourself. So yeah, everyone should definitely learn martial arts.
Oh, I hope people do so because it is the need of the hour. And as you said, even in your, if it has happened to you in your reality,
Yeah.
I'm sure that there are a lot of women. Most of the women go through this, and it is very important. Not just women. I think it's men, children. Everyone should learn it, some form of martial arts, and learn how to defend themselves. Um
Yeah.
hope that they do. Hope that they get in touch with you.
If any of them wants to, join karate classes or would have any doubt regarding how karate is taught, or whether they can start, or have any doubts regarding learning martial arts, so they can approach us, or they can contact us through our website, our academy website, www.vishwasportsacademy.com. We also have our Instagram handle, and they can even personally reach out to me, and will definitely, reply them, and will clear all their problems or issues, whatever they have.
I hope people do. So if you want to get in touch with her, I will make sure that I add the links in the description. So you can just click on it. You can get in touch with her, talk to her. And if you want, you can enroll as well, even during this time, because they are taking online classes. So there won't be any
Yeah.
issues at all. So Srushti,
Yes.
final question I would like to ask you, what is your definition of settled?
For me, being settled is not just a one time process, I can say. It's an everyday process and a thing that keeps on happening. And you should be settled with yourself, with the things that you do every day. And self growth is very much important. So, working hard and consistently to be a better version of yourself, to be better than yourself every single day. And this is what adds meaning to your life as well. So for me, being settled is self growth and self improvement in your life. Yeah.
Okay. So I will make sure that even I keep on updating myself and keep on growing.
Yeah.
Thank you so much, Srishti, for coming on the podcast, sharing your story, your journey about karate, giving us a reason to join a self-defense class, and also just being yourself and telling everything from a perspective that anybody can relate to. I hope people listen to this and feel really inspired to join one of your sessions. If you are conducting any sessions, do let me know. I will be adding that link to the description, or maybe sharing it on my
Yeah.
story so that people can reach out to you.
Yeah.
Sure.
Thank you so
Thank
much,
you so
Dee,
much.
for having me on the podcast and giving me this opportunity to share my journey till now. I haven't spoken about it, and this is my first experience, and I'm speaking for the first time about my own life, about my experiences, and it was definitely a very happy and different experience for me. And I was even sort of nervous, but yeah, now I'm feeling very much better and happy, and I feel good to I'll feel good if any of the listeners will get to learn something, or I would be able to motivate them in any kind of in any sort for that matter. Yeah.
I'm
Thank you,
sure
Dee.
you have inspired people, and they will definitely get in touch with me and you. I'm just waiting for that. Thank you, Srishti.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
Yeah. Thank you, Dee. Bye.
Bye.
Hello, people. Thank you for tuning in. If you like this episode and you like unsettling, all you have to do is give me a feedback. And for that, please visit my Instagram page, that is Amrita Sukumar _unsettling. And well, you can send me a DM or you can send me a mail. All the details are there on that page. I would love for you to just tell me how you feel. Yeah. And I will get back to you. And if you have any people who would like to share their stories, you have to let me know because I would love to listen to them. Till then, stay tuned to Unsettling. Like, share, subscribe, follow, let your friends know, and stay safe. Yeah? Bye.